Sure. What's going on, guys? We're back at it with another NBA props first look for March 9th. Didn't record one for today, but looking back at March 7th, we had Dennis Schroeder over 6.5 assists. He got eight. Kelly Olynyk didn't hit 7.5 rebounds. The thing that kind of made me mad about that was he was at 7.5 when I recorded, and then when I woke up, he was at seven, whatever. Um, decent slate. Um, just got to move on. Like I always say, tail on price pick, sleeper underdog, parlay play. You can bet them straight or parlay them on the sports books, whatever you like. So there it is. All right, let's just jump in. First prop we're gonna go with is Vooch over 2.5 assists. Clippers 7.5 points spread. Over under of 221. This is minus 120 on DraftKings. Clippers usually give up on average 4.5 assists to opposing centers. In the last two matchups, dating back to last year, I think they might have played them once already, but regardless, this is hitting his last two matchups. Um, I'll get into what I was just about to say. Vooch played an outstanding game against the Warriors and won. So we see here he started the game, checked out at the 246 mark. Big break here. Played from, well, he got his two assists there, but played from the 7:15 mark all the way to the 2:37 mark. So he cashed in his third stint at the start of the third. Pretty big break there, and then finished the game. He was hot. Him and DeMar were both really good. So I don't know what Kobe's been doing recently. I know in that game against the Kings when they came back and won, Kobe shot well. I think he had like 38 points or something. So I'm kind of hoping that's what we get out of him, where Vooch can just dish the ball to him. Obviously, DeMar's been on a roll recently too. Um, so yeah, that's gonna be the first prop we go with. Second prop we're gonna go with is Drew Holiday over 20.5 PRA. Celtics 5.5 point favorites with an over-under of 227. It's minus 125 on DraftKings. Phoenix cannot guard the point guard position. They give up 26 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists on average to opposing point guards. I wrote down um I wrote down he's got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. If we end up getting the Jason Tatum that played against Denver, then we're screwed. Drew down the stretch. I watched the end of that game. He made a couple clutch baskets. I don't know if that hit. I didn't really look, but kind of need him to shoot a couple threes, make them his check some of his other or other categories. So they only have like points, and then they have like goblins and demons of assists and whatever. But that's kind of intriguing to an extent because if I mean when I was looking back, like seeing his like career against the Suns, it was dating back to when he was in Milwaukee and he had a different role where now he's kind of just trying to be the floor manager. He's trying to like, I don't know, he doesn't have to shoot all the time. So, I mean, if he can get a couple shots off, great. If he can, clear this and give the ball to Tatum and Jaylen Brown and they make their shots, it'll help the assists. Usually his rebounds are like 4.5 or something. And I don't know, recently I've been betting those a little bit. And you know what? I wonder if it's on DraftKings just yet. Let's see. Usually recently it's been 4.5. Sometimes in the same game parlays, I throw that in there and knock on wood. He's been doing well with that. 4.5 at plus 120. Uh, Something else I kind of thought of. I know Devin Booker doesn't really play defense. I don't know who the starting lineup's going to be, but it's another piece that they lost. So it's the second one we're going to go with. So Drew played up until the 6:43 mark, got a little break, and then closed out the quarter. Got a big break here, but then he ended up playing from the 6:54 mark, started a third, got checked out at the 4:42 mark. He was just getting a bunch of cardio, unfortunately, but then he played the entire fourth. He hit two threes, went 4 for 6, two boards. It's kind of weird to see his line this low, but obviously being on a Celtics team where he doesn't have to chuck up a bunch of shots, that definitely helps. Played 34 minutes. I mean, if he's around that same mark, I don't know. I know Derek White can shoot if he can get it to him. Jason Tatum just doesn't play like crap again. We're in good hands. So, so we're gonna go with Vooch over 2.5 assists, then Drew Holiday over 20.5 PRA, and that'll do it. So, like I always say, you can tail on PrizePicks, sleeper, underdog, parlay play. You can bet them straight on the sports books or parlay them on the sports books. I'm doing the $10 to $10,000 challenge on Twitter. So if you want to tail that, just follow us on Twitter, HotshotFantasy. So I got a little explanation about that. I feel like I'm like losing my voice. So I lost 2 nights ago now on day two. It was because I'm gonna find it. I forgot who it was. Someone sold it. I'm gonna go back and find it because I know I have it. It was Jason Tatum. He needed to get 20, and I think he finished with like 16, something like that. So here's what happened. Put 20 on it, didn't hit, whatever. I forgot about the threes a day promo on DraftKings. If you don't know what it is, you bet 25 on the first 3-point shooter. Win or lose, you get a dollar for each. You get a dollar for each three made in that game. So win or lose, you'll get a X amount bonus bet. So I ended up getting a $33 bonus bet. So here's a kicker. I used it today. Jaren Jackson Jr. to get 20, SGA to get 25, Kyle Kuzma to get over 30 PRA, and then Brandon Ingram to get 18 points. He got 17. So my philosophy was, oh, I'll just use the winnings for that and then just go back to day three. Nope. So then DraftKings had another parlay boost thing. It was kind of like a mystery boost. You opt in and they just give you a random boost up to 100%. I ended up with 50. So I did pretty much the same thing, but I kind of condensed it a little bit. So I did 30 or more PRA for Kuzma, 20 points for Jaren Jackson, 25 for SGA, 15 points for Ingram, and 15 points for Kelly Oubre. So I kind of forgot about that parlay. Went back and checked and saw it hit. So $15 with the boost won me 62 and some change. So what I'm gonna do is do I want to double check to make sure I'm not screwing up anything. So I'm gonna do day three tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Because I was kind of contemplating whether I use one of those bonus bets and try to get up to 80 so then we can do day four, but I kind of figured like condense it a little bit, maybe get a decent hit and then just do day three and do 40. So I'll have that up tomorrow on the Twitter. Hotshot Fantasy. So make sure to go follow us there. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.